Hey everyone, welcome to Tips and Tricks. This is Viren here, and in this video we will talk about how to calculate your income tax and how can you reduce your tax by doing certain investments, and how can you avoid doing unnecessary investments if you are thinking about saving your tax, but if you cross the limits, certain limits, and I will show you what those limits are. Even though you make more investments by crossing those limits, it's really not saving any tax for you. So you should know these fundamentals. I'm not a guru in income tax and stuff, I'm a science graduate with physics in major, but by looking into this for quite some time, I now know how to check my income tax and what are the investments that I should make. And sometimes when you have a certain amount of salary, you don't even need to make any investments because that's really not saving your tax. If you still want to make investments, that's a good thing. But if you're making those investments to save your tax, and if those investments are not saving your tax, then it doesn't make any sense. So let's just understand from the very basics. First of all, these are the things that we will discuss: how to calculate your taxable salary, what are exemptions, and how to use those exemptions. So I will quickly bring up now you must have seen this new budget that was presented. It had small implications. When I say small, because there were slight changes in the way we calculate income tax. Let me bring up my spreadsheet. Now I don't have MS Office on my PC. I'm going to be using the free one, which is being provided by Microsoft Online. They are also giving you 5 GB of space on OneDrive, that is on the cloud. If people are thinking what's on the cloud, I can talk more about this in one of the videos. Alright, so I'm going to open Excel. Okay, it's asking for an ID. There you go. Alright, so the very first thing is how do you calculate what is your taxable salary? So if you're confused about what is taxable salary, let me just show you that. So let's say my employer gives me 8 lakhs of salary annually. So this will not be taxable entirely if I act upon it. And when I say act upon it, that is if I start deducting, if I start showing that I'm investing, I have a home loan and all that. So this amount will reduce. And those things are called as exemptions. You have a home loan exemption, you have an investment exemption and all that. So let's say 8 lakhs was given to me by the employer as the annual salary, and I have availed a home loan. Let's say I've purchased a home and I'm paying, let's say 25,000 per month as an EMI for that new home. Now it's a different thing if I'm staying in that home or not. We'll talk about this later on. So let's simply say that 25,000 per month, which comes to 3 lakhs annually. Now this entire 3 lakhs cannot be deducted from this because government is saying if you have a home loan, we can deduct or we can give you an exemption of 2 lakhs. So although I have 3 lakhs, I can still declare that I have a home loan and I will use up this 2 lakhs. Alright, so now my taxable salary will become 6 lakhs. Now we also have another exemption, that is you can make investments up to 1.5 lakhs in your life insurance, mutual funds and all that. So 1.5 lakhs, and this includes your PF as well. Okay, so let's say from your salary you are getting a deduction of 10,000 per month. So annually your PF itself is 1,20,000. So even if you make an investment of 30,000, so you have completed this 1.5. Alright, so I'm just making sure that a lot of people, they try to make investments up to 1.5, but you really don't need to do that because your PF is actually included in this and it gets automatically deducted. So let's say your PF was 1 lakh, so basically you need to make investments only of 50,000. Now another thing, I just showed you the home loan. Now the home loan, when you pay the EMI, so I was paying 45,000 EMI. Now this 25,000 EMI has actually two parts. It has the principal component which is going to the bank, and it has the interest component. Oops. Alright, so that is how you return, and this is divided. I mean, if you have the statement from your bank, you would know that, let's say the principal would be something like 3,000 per month of this 25,000, and you would be paying around 22,000 interest, and that's how it is calculated. So now if you calculate 22 into 12, that will be some amount. Okay, let me do that right away. This one, okay, is equal to this multiplied by 12. What happened? Okay, I am not doing it correctly. It's this formula. So you're paying 2,64,000 annually, only the interest portion of those 3 lakhs, and this one, so basically you're paying 36,000 a principal component as well. Alright, so this principal component of 36,000 is also counted in this 1.5. So let's say your PF is 1 lakh from your salary itself, and 36,000 you can claim again in ATC. This is ATC, I'll talk about ATC more. So 1,36,000, this is how your 1.5 is deducted. So you just need to make an investment of another 14,000 to complete this 1.5. Once that is done, now 1,50,000, that makes it 4,50,000. This is your taxable salary. And then there are more deductions or more exemptions. Let's say I'm paying 20,000 for my medical insurance for my family. So another 20,000, this will come under ATD. So try to understand this idea that the salary given to you by the employer is not the taxable salary unless you act upon it. It will be taxable unless you will start declaring these things, that I have a home loan, I'm paying principal of this much, interest on this much, but again, out of, like I said, 264, only 2 lakhs will be treated. So once you make these declarations, then the company sees that, okay, his actual taxable salary is whatever, let's say 3.5 lakhs or whatever, and then the tax is calculated on this, and we will talk about how those taxes are levied on this taxable salary. So I hope this was clear. Now let's talk about the slabs. When I say slabs, let's just go down. Now these are the current slabs. This is the taxable salary. These are the slabs. So from 0 to 2.5 lakhs, there is no tax. So let's say you had a salary of 8 lakhs, and in the end, after doing all the deductions, let's say your taxable was becoming 2,50,000. What will be your tax? 0. There will be no tax on this. So basically with that salary, you don't have to pay any tax. So as you can see here, 0 to 2.5 lakhs, there is no tax. But from 2.5 to 5 lakhs, there is a 10% tax. From 5 to 10 lakhs, there is 20%. And then anything above 10 lakhs is 30%. And taxable salary once again. So then I have shown the examples here. So let's say after doing all these calculations, your taxable salary is 3 lakhs. Then what is the tax on it? So taxable is 3 lakhs, 0 to 2.5 is nothing, that is 0, there is no tax on that. So you just have additional 50,000 because you are falling in the bracket of 2.5 to 5. And when you are falling in this bracket, you just have additional 50,000 above 2.5. So the tax will be only on this 50,000 which is extra. And that tax will be how much? 10%. So 10% of 50,000 is how much? 5,000. So that's your total tax. Similarly, on a taxable salary of 5 lakhs. Now, this is bracket number 2, that is 2.5 to 5. And here, we already know that 2.5 to 5 lakhs is 10%. So 5 lakhs taxable means out of that 0 to 2.5, the entire 2,50,000 from 2.5 to 5 will be taxable. So that's 10% and that will be 25,000. But in 6 lakhs, if you see here, he's falling in 2 brackets now, because his salary is in 2.5 to 5 lakhs bracket also, and in 5 to 10. So 5 lakhs straight away is falling in this bracket. 10% of 5 lakhs, 10% of 2.5 lakhs is 25,000 here, and he has an additional 1 lakh which is falling in this bracket, 5 to 10 lakhs. 5 to 10 lakhs, the government is saying if you're earning between this bracket, you have to pay 20%. So he has 1 lakh extra, so he'll pay 20% of that 1 lakh, which is 20,000. So his taxable salary will be 45,000 for that year. Similarly, you can see here, let's straight away go to 12 lakhs. That is, if that is your taxable salary, actually this won't be the salary. This will be something like 16-17 lakhs. And then after he's reduced home loans and everything, his taxable has become 12 lakhs. Then the taxes on this salary will be 2.5 to 5 lakhs, 25,000, 5 to 10 lakhs, 1 lakh, simple calculation. And then after 10 lakhs, he has additional 2 lakhs. Anything above 10 is 30%. So 30% on those 2 lakhs is 60,000. So 1,85,000. So guys, up to 10 lakhs, just imagine if the taxable salary, I'm not talking about the just pure salary. If taxable salary is 10 lakhs, straight away 1.25, we should know this calculation by heart, because you can see 2.5 to 5 is 25,000 and 5 to 10 lakhs is 1 lakh, so 1,25,000. So if somebody asks me that, if your taxable salary is, let's say, if not given here, if somebody says my taxable salary is 14 lakhs, what should be the tax on it? So I know that from up to 10 lakhs, it's straight 1.25. And on those 4 lakhs, which are more than 10 lakhs, it's 30%. So 4 3s are 12. So 1.25 and 30% of 4 lakhs is 1,20,000. So 120 and 125. So 2,45,000 is my income tax. So what the finance minister has done here is, now we already know all these things. All he has done is, in this particular bracket in 2.5 to 5, where we were paying 10%, he has made that 5%. So instead of 5,000, that is 10%, people will now pay 2,500. So all these brackets for everybody will now, basically, we'll just have an additional of 12,500 annually if we are more than 3 lakhs of taxable salary. I hope this was clear. Now let me bring up the exemptions part. A lot of people don't know how to calculate their exemptions. What are the investments that you can make? Like I was saying, that you can reduce the total salary by declaring the exemptions. And what are the things that you can declare? So ATC investments, like I already told you, ATC, what does this have? It has your investments, it has your PF, and it has your kids' tuition fee and all that. So like I was saying, if your PF itself is 70,000 annually, okay, and let's say you have home loan also and you are paying 50,000 principal, so that itself makes it 120. So 1,20,000. So all you need to do is make an investment of 30,000. If you still want to make investments, that's a good thing. But if you're trying to save tax, let me tell you, if you're investing more than 30,000, it's waste, because the limit is only till 150. If you're showing investments, if you're showing this entire ATC bracket of 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, because you will get relief only up till 1.5. So for some people, this ATC, the PF itself and the home loan, this itself becomes 1,60,000 or 70, let's say. Does he need to make any investments? Really no. If he still wants to make it for his future, then it's a good thing. So investments, PF, home loan principal, this HLP, then kids tuition fee. These are the things that you can claim in this ATC bracket when you're doing your tax declarations in your company. So we already talked about this principal. Again, you can claim this up to 2 lakhs, you can reduce your salary by 2 lakhs for tax declaration. Medical insurance, if you have taken additional insurance, let's say anything outside, or let's say within your company also, if they are providing medical insurance and it's only giving you a coverage of, let's say, 1 or 2 lakhs, but if you want a coverage of 10 lakhs, so the company has those rules that you can pay extra premium from your salary for more coverage. So let's say I'm paying only 4,000 for the coverage that I'm getting in my company, but that's not sufficient, because that 4,000 premium is just giving me 2 lakhs of coverage, but I want 10 lakhs coverage for my family. So let's say I will tell my company that I will pay additional premium, but I want 10 lakhs coverage. So let's say they will deduct 16,000 additional. So I can claim this 20,000 also, like I showed here. I can reduce this 20,000 also here, and this actually comes under 80D section, if I'm not wrong. When you start declaring taxes on your portal in the company, you will know. So 80C, 80D. If you have senior citizens, you can claim additional 20,000. And similarly, you can claim all these things. Let's say HRA. Let's say you are staying in a rented place and you are paying 10,000 per month of rent. Now 10 into 12 makes it 1,20,000. You can claim this HRA also. So you can reduce this taxable salary by again 1,20,000. Depends, there is a limit on the HRA. So for metro cities, I think it's 40% of your basic salary. So let's say your basic salary is 6 lakhs. So 40% of 6 lakhs is 2,40,000. Up to 2,40,000 of rent you can declare, and you can reduce this amount here up to 2,40,000. Alright, then there are other things. LTA, if you are doing a travel in a year, now this I've heard is only once in 2 years or 4 years, something like that. So let's say you do a travel to some place on a holiday or something, you need a minimum of 3 days of leave, and you spend some 30,000-40,000, you can declare this LTA also here. So that is how you start reducing your salary, and then the last amount becomes your taxable. You can also claim the gratuity. Let's say you have spent more than 5 years in your company, and your company gives you gratuity. Let's say the company gives you 5 lakhs. That should not be taxable, because that's something which the company is appreciating you for staying back for such a long time. So you can declare your gratuity here that I've received 5 lakhs and that should not be taxed. So that is also an exemption. Then you have VRS amount, that is people who are retiring voluntarily, especially in banks. So the company gives them certain amount of money, saying that you are retiring even before your retirement time. They give them a lot of money. Even that is not taxable. You can declare it here. So I hope this was clear as to how to calculate your taxable salary, what exactly is an exemption, and what are the kind of exemptions you can use to reduce your taxable salary. So this was very basic. Like I said, it is not a rocket science thing, but I really struggled in my early career, and still a lot of people still don't know how to calculate tax, and it is a good thing for beginners. So even if you found this video very easy, I would request forward it to the beginners, let them understand how to calculate tax, and make best use of their salaries. Again, in the end, thank you for staying back. If you have any questions, comments to make, I would love to hear those. And in the end, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys.